What's up, Scrappy peeps? It's Adele from Inkie Quill, and it's time for some Grab 5 challenge today. So today we're diving deep into the old stash because I thought it's the end of a year. I really want to go back in time and use up some stuff that's just been hanging around my stash for way too long. So we're starting off with this Kaisercraft paper pack, which is all, I must admit, some of them are a bit challenging for me. Some of them are a bit photorealistic, which is not something that I'm comfortable with. I've also got this crepe paper. Ooh, what collection's that? It's an old one, several years old now. I've got these Kaisercraft circle stickers, as well as this sweet little tiny word sticker sheet from a Maggie Holmes collection. Is it from Confetti? I feel like it might be from Confetti. I may have purchased about 10 of those when they first came out. And then I've got this cute little illustrated faith sticker sheet that a lovely inklet sent me. So today we are scrapping a giant photo, and I have printed this out on my printer at A4 size. So what's that? I think it is a 20, could be 21 and 3/4 by 29 and 3/4 or something like that. It's big, and I just used a piece of normal photo paper and just set my printer to borderless. And the reason why I'm scrapping this photo today is because it's a photo from it's from this year. I'm skipping forward. It's from 2021. I think pre our latest lockdown in New South Wales. And my mum, dad, and I took the kids to the reptile park, which is a fantastic zoo slash like rescue place where there are lots of reptiles, but there are also lots of other animals like mammals, like kangaroos, and there's koalas and marsupials and all sorts of things. There's platypuses, all of the fun stuff. And so we took the kids. We have an annual pass there, which if you are a local Central Coastie is such a bargain if you have small children. For us, we get it's the equivalent to 2.5 trips. So it pays itself if you go there frequently. And the reason why I'm scrapping this particular photo, and I've kind of gone ahead in time, is that today's my dad's birthday. So Dada Quill, happy birthday if you're watching this. I love you so much. You have had a year. It has been a year for Dada Quill. He fought cancer this year. It's not something that I've really I've talked about on here. I've talked about it over with my Patreon peeps, but he fought cancer this year. And I'm so proud of him, and I love him dearly, and he's my best mate. And so I wanted to do this photo as a bit of an honor for him, and just to celebrate his special day today. So I'm recording this voiceover on Christmas Day. I was going to say Christmas Eve, but it's Christmas like night when I'm recording this, and it's going up hopefully in less than 10 hours from when I recorded. And this year was, I think it was only the second year in the 15 Christmases that Aaron and I have had together that I haven't spent Christmas Day with my or seen my parents and celebrated on Christmas Day. And so this year we decided to split up our families across several days just to make it a little bit less sensory overload for the kids, especially Arch. And so we are spending our Christmas Day part 3 today with my parents and my nana, which will be really fun. And so if you've got a little happy birthday to Dada Quill, I'd love you to pop it in the comments, because I'll be with him today, and I'll show him all of the love and support for how just fabulous he is. Honestly, peeps, if Mama Quill and Dada Quill weren't around, Inkie Quill wouldn't have gotten off the ground. They were amazing back in the early days, looking after Arch before he went to daycare, so that I could, get some videos voice-overed, because voiceovers and babies are not a combination that is successful at all. I've tried it. It doesn't work. And so, yeah, I'm very grateful for them. So for this one, while I've been yakkering on as my dad's number one fan, I am sticking and plonking like mad. So the paper that I went with was this kind of like a realistic torn cardboard, and it's safe to say I've never used a piece of backing paper like that. But I thought it kind of worked with this because the reptile park has a very kind of stereotypical Australian outback theme to it. Picture, Steve Irwin, that type of feel. It's not Steve Irwin's family's zoo. I think that's in Queensland. It's in a different state than I am. But it's that same very, very Australian. There's lots of browns and lots of dirt and lots of brown. There's just brown everywhere. And in the animals, in the exhibits, on the floor, on the paths, everywhere. So I thought that a brown background was appropriate, even though it's probably not one of my go-to colours. Definitely probably not in the top 10 go-to colours for me scrap-wise. And I thought I'd lively it up a bit. Thank goodness my mum wore a pink shirt, so I was able to tie in a little bit of pink in there. And I started off with that larger floral chipboard piece down the bottom there because I thought that just went so perfectly with my mum's top. And if there's anyone that makes me think of floral, it's my mum. And so I thought that was a good match. So for something a little bit different, I decided against using just a label, as I've fallen into my comfort zone for journaling on a scrapbook page is definitely labels. You can stick and plonk them freaking anywhere, and they're so handy. But I've been doing a lot of labels lately, and I wanted to kind of challenge myself a little bit. And so I just wrote my journaling on some white cardstock that I had, snipped it out. I've sped this part up because, of course, it's very tedious to cut, and then stick all of these teeny tiny little strips of paper down. Luckily, I didn't get any of them out of order, which is always my worry when I do this kind of journaling technique. But nothing a little, you can always pull them up, and as I always say, you can always cover it up, even if it's with a giant label over the top of them. So for the title for this one, I just wanted something, kind of, you could tell it's there, but not too in your face and not too big. I didn't want it to really be very long. As you can imagine, I took a gazillion photos on this day, so there will probably be, when I eventually get up to Scrapbooking 2021. Actually, that's a lie. I have started 2021. We'll loop back to that in a mo. Remember that, Adele. Don't go on too many tangents. But when I do scrapbook this week in particular, there'll be a ton of other pages that I'll have a chance to do more journaling about the day. And yeah, so there'll be plenty of more space for journaling, as well as, just a ton of more photos. So let's circle back to that 2021. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you may have heard my latest printer fail. The latest printer has my favourite printer, the printer that I've had for years that I print my photos on, has died. Oh, don't ever get me started about my technology curse. It's real. It's so real, peeps. And so my goal was to have 2021 photos printed by the end of this year, but alas, that's not going to happen. But I have started scrapping 2021 a little bit, which has been fun. So I'm working next year on both 2020 and 2021 consecutively at the same time. There's a better word for that, but at the same concurrently, maybe that's it. And so that will be fun. Let me know in the comments if you would prefer me to work on, one particular album one month and then the other album the other month, and talk a little bit about maybe journaling from years past and trying to remember dates and things for Project Life, or if you just want me to work on the current, let me know, peeps. I'm running out of time to talk. I love you all. I love you, Dada. Happy birthday, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.